Hello. Our contestant number is 10116, and our studio name is Friends the Studio. Equis Immortos is a 2D side-scroller fantasy action-adventure game developed using the Unity engine. Equis Immortos is Latin for immortal knight, which is representing of the story. It is also a very unique game for a video game. The game is about a knight who has been cursed with immortality and has to go through a set of challenges presented to him by the demon Occidendum Regem.
We have created 2 games before Equis Immortuos, and we wanted to improve upon them in this one. One of those games was the game we made for a previous SkillsUSA competition. Called Dolphin Dash, it is about a mother dolphin trying to find her babies, all while avoiding trash and pollution in the ocean. In both of our past games, our gameplay did not contain any combat or enemies, so this time we chose to add in both combat and enemies. In addition, we wanted to create an original soundtrack, since in past games we relied on royalty-free music. By adding this music, we felt more comfortable publishing the game since all of the in-game assets were created by us.
We also wanted to add more animations to our game, since in past games we had little to no animation, which takes away from the immersion by making the game seem unrealistic. It also made the game feel unfinished. This time we added animations to all of our enemies and the player, making us feel more proud of the end product. In our past games, specifically in Dolphin Dash, the game had inefficient coding and long load times. This was because of Unity's tile map system, which allows developers of the game to build levels with square tiles. Due to the sheer amount of tiles in our game, the computer had trouble loading all of these colliders, and ultimately made the game less enjoyable. This time, we chose to make smarter coding decisions to help reduce the amount of stress on the system and make our game run more efficiently.
While creating the game, we faced many hardships and challenges. A big challenge we faced was our game lagging towards the end of the deadline. At first we thought it might be the pathfinding that the enemies had to do in order to track the player. We tried to disable the pathfinding while the enemies were off screen, and yet the game continued to lag. We had to do lots of thorough research to figure out what the problem really was, and we changed many things in our game to do so. Eventually, we determined that it was the polygon colliders in the second level that were causing all the lag. Polygon colliders take the shape of the objects they are placed on. This created a large amount of vertices being rendered in the game at the same time, which made our game lag. In future games, we will not be using as many polygon colliders due to this issue, and instead use more boxed colliders, which don't cause as much stress on the system. Even through all those challenges, we still enjoyed making the game. We both enjoyed thinking of ways to solve all the bugs and errors in our game.
Making the art for Equis Immortuos was a difficult yet fun ride. I designed everything, including the UI, animations, title screen, enemies, levels, spells, and the player. When I first started making the art, I was scared and overwhelmed at the fact that I had to make so much, and I thought that I didn't have the skill to make quality drawings or even finish them on time. Overall, I am very proud of myself for pulling it off, and everything turned out just how I imagined it would. I am not an amazing artist, and I don't have professional training. I haven't been doing art for that long at all, and yet it turned out great. During the process of making the art, I most enjoyed making the enemies. It was fun to design each of the enemies and decide how they would move and animate. The art pieces that stand out and look the best are the UI. I am especially proud of the title Equis Immortuos and the art I made for it. All in all, the art for the game has significantly improved compared to our previous games. It looks much more professional and pleasing to the eye. I look forward to how the art will improve in the future.
The music of Equis Immortuos was a fun and new experience for me. I have played the piano and taken music theory for many years, and one of my favorite aspects of video games is the music. I was excited and determined to write original pieces for Equis Immortuos. However, it was my first time composing for anything, let alone a professional video game. Something I enjoyed about composing for a video game is that there are particular themes. Our game was a fantasy adventure game, so the music needed to embody that theme. In addition, different parts of the game require different musical themes as well. For example, the death theme needed to be dark, a lot darker than the other pieces in the game, such as the victory theme. This gave me freedom to compose the pieces in any way I wanted, while also giving me a clearer vision of the end product. The biggest difficulty in composing the music was finding creativity and writing new sections. It was easy to get distracted, and it was intimidating to see a blank page of music and know I had to create an entire 2 to 4 minute track. When composing, I took inspiration from retro game soundtracks. These games traditionally write 2 main sections and then repeat them a couple of times to give the piece length. I also watched videos analyzing music from a wide variety of different video games to give me ideas of where to start. Overall, creating this game was a challenging and enjoyable experience, and we are excited to continue to create more games. Now, please enjoy some footage of our game, Equis Amortuos.